What's up, my guys? We are back in line once again. Listen, summer came early, okay? Summer came early. That's why we haven't been here as often. Summer break at our school started early, but we're back in action now. Super pumped to be back. Miss the fellas. It's been a while, you know. Maybe some things have happened in each of our personal lives. Why one of us especially hasn't been on here in 3 months. That was just speculation. I just was throwing some random stuff out. But yeah, we're back. What's up, my guys?
What's up? What's up? I'm back again week after week. I'm just kidding. We all took a week off a couple weeks ago. But I am excited to be back in the virtual studio with you two, with the full crew. So I'm jazzed up, ready to go. I'm a little darker, a little tanner. And I
You look
think that
good.
makes me definitely more attractive. I don't
Agree.
know.
I
I don't know
agree.
what the sun does. I don't know if it hides
Well,
blemishes or
yeah.
maybe it's a thought of like, hey, if you're wealthy enough to go on vacation and get a tan, you must be better looking.
Dude,
I
so
don't
I
know.
I remember when I was in 8th or ninth grade.
I'm also not
Oh,
wealthy. I have to say that. I have to preface that. I'm not wealthy.
oh, hey, Jake. Hey,
Hey
Jake.
guys, hey, I'm back. Hold on, let me say this real quick. When I was in 8th or ninth grade, I remember being on the beach and I was like chubbier, not like fat or anything yet, like freshman year fat, but I remember seeing this fat kid that was super tan and I was just like, he looks better than me because he is super tan and I'm pale as a ghost. Fully agree with the tan thing. Boys, it's great to be back. I know it's been a while. A lot has been happening in my life. I'm a smitten kitten these days, and it's just we're just figuring it out. Things are great. Things are good. Schedules haven't lined up, but I think now I should be good to go. Little bang bang week after week action, and I guess I should address the elephant in the room. The juice box is not gone, but it's suspended indefinitely. The basement is still destroyed. All the chairs are gone. I haven't had a chance to refix the in-person studio, but everybody knows I love podcasting. We'll be back. That's why the lunch line's been carrying the feed, and hopefully the goal is maybe to get it back by football season for hits and picks, and then I can start firing it back up then. But yeah, life's just been crazy. Very excited to be back with you guys, especially since Tiki Nation just slandered Rhaenyra right off the rip in the last episode for no reason at all. And I'm just happy to be here to argue with you guys about stuff.
Hell yeah. Yeah, super glad to have us all back here. Tiggy Nation, I will agree with you. Being tan, one, makes you feel more attractive, but it just makes you more attractive. I don't know what it is. It really outlines the muscles, and makes you look more ripped than you actually are when you're tan. At least that's how I feel about myself. Um, you just look better. Your teeth look whiter, like just
Yes.
yeah, just all around. So I'm a big fan of being tan. Did not mean to rhyme there, but it sounded pretty sweet. So I'm hoping to get a nice tan this summer. Got some good stuff planned, so I think it's bound to happen.
Yeah, I completely agree with the teeth thing. I think I completely didn't even forget. I forgot to mention it, but I don't have the whitest teeth. My teeth are straight, thankfully, braces and et cetera, et cetera. But my teeth are not that white, and it's like I've always wanted to get them whitened or dyed and stuff because it looks so good when they're pearling and shining and stuff. But when you just get a tan, they look pretty white. Like
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, they
boys,
look whiter than normal because of my, darker complexion right now. So,
I have found the hijack to teeth, and it's a company, I believe, out of Australia, down under. It's called High Smile or He Smile or whatever. I'm sure you guys have seen it on Instagram, the purple ooze that
I've
people
had it.
put. It works. I literally have it upstairs. I probably do it once every month. You do one solid session of it, and it really does whiten up your teeth. So that's the secret. No free ads, but this is a free ad for the purple ooze.
Yeah,
purple.
yeah, for sure. And also, Crest whitening strips do pretty good. So you're only supposed to do it comes in a box of 10, right? And they're like, only do like one box per year or something. Like you're not supposed to do it a lot, but I've been doing it a lot the past few weeks. So that actually reminds me, I got to do one tonight. Because you know what? The cat's out of the bag. It's not a secret anymore. I'm getting married this weekend.
Woo!
Super pumped about that. I thought we were gonna be able to swing the quick switcheroo of Tiggy Nation coming, but he's gonna be running a nice triathlon?
Ironman ultra marathon.
Ironman ultra marathon, which is 10 times more bigger than that than what I said.
I'm just gonna be running a half marathon, but
half marathon.
Yeah, it's been planned for basically almost a year, and it's like
no, dude. Yeah, that's listen. That's my fault. I'm like, oh, hey, Tiggy Nation. Yeah, 3 days before I'm getting married, would you like to come fly across the country? Yes, I fully get it. But
I also love how you can just throw the word ultra in front of something and it makes it sound like so much like this is an ultra podcast. Everyone would be like, dude, these guys are fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah. Should we turn into the ultra podcast?
Dude, we might. JT, you might have to start throwing ultra in the intros. You might have to.
You're here for the
People are gonna be
ultra podcast here.
They're gonna be like, oh, what happened? Like what's that new title you guys got? It's just, we're an ultra podcast.
Get with
it. I like that.
I like it.
I'm writing that in.
Ultra Pokeballs were always my favorite, so it makes sense. It lines up, checks out.
So JT's getting married. First of all, I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. And there's no hard feelings that I was second fiddle. No hard feelings at all. I think that is actually a better compliment, because literally if it was any other weekend where I didn't have anything going on, where it's like, hey, any chance you're free, you can come in 3 days, I would be there. Like legit, I have the suit ready to go and back there. I have like a travel bag, easily can take care of it and stuff. So I got fucking points. I could have done it.
Don't throw that little piece of guilt at me like that.
No.
Okay.
No.
We talked about this. I came to you heart of heart after a pod and said, listen, Tiggy Nation, I was just going to send cards to everyone, but I had to tell you I'm getting married.
You come to me. You come to me 3 days before my brother's wedding.
Literally, yeah. But yeah, so that's exciting.
Yeah, super exciting. So happy for you guys. It's gonna be a fucking blast. Wish I could be there. I might maybe on my bib I'll write JT and Angie on my bib.
Yeah,
when I
love that.
So hey, don't be making me feel guilty right now. Listen, don't.
I won't. Listen, it's your wedding. You can invite. You could not invite your parents if you didn't fucking want to. It's your day,
dude. Great. This is a great point, because like I think sometimes it gets too difficult, which with everybody. Now we're talking general. That I should be able to invite whoever I want to my wedding. You know what I mean? Like I feel like sometimes it gets so tricky of like, oh, I got to invite Pam because Pam one time gave me a Christmas present when she came over for the early New Year's Eve party back in 1997. Like, I don't know. I commend you. I commend you for doing what you guys are doing, because truthfully, it makes it more what's the word?
Intimate.
That's it.
Well, here's the thing. I was literally not even inviting anyone other than my mom and dad and Jake. And then Andrew's like, you know what? Like, I think you should have a couple of your friends there, And then I was like, you know what? I'll just throw it out there. And then they were like, okay, we're coming on such short notice. I was like, oh, okay. So it worked out pretty good. Again, Tiggy Nation, I love you. Don't make me feel bad, because I'll lose sleep tonight, and I'll call you and say, Tiggy Nation, I love you. But no, super excited. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna come in first place as a nice wedding gift to me and Angie. All right,
Ultra.
I'm gonna be coming in first place in the ultra portion of the race, the ultra category. I might, who knows how many runners will be running in that category, but I guarantee I will be first. So
love it.
For sure.
But yeah, no, I was looking forward to this all day. It's been so long since I've done this, and I just forget at times how like nice this is to kind of just chop it up with the boys and just like do our thing. So very, very excited to be here. Very happy that we're all back. And really very excited for this weekend, JT. It'll be really fun, and we're kicking off summer. The barbecue fest was a good time this past weekend. Rodney Atkins, Frankie Ballard crushed it. It's like going to be one of the most like memorable concerts for me because it started raining right when it happened, and everybody was under the tent. Me and Christy were just like, fuck it, and went out there and started like dancing, singing in the rain. Then mom and dad came out. Then other people started coming out. Just excited that summer's kicking off. And I know summer's kicking off because I have a literal petting zoo out back with mama deers bedding down, getting ready to have deers. And I saw my 2 first children of groundhogs. So just a great time of the year, boys. And I'm happy we're here.
Happy to be here too. Concert looked great. Something about a rainy outside concert kind of hits diff, especially when it's country music. I don't know what it is. It makes me think of Brad Paisley back at WVU when he played. We have to recap all of our kind of little events we had going on. Tiggy Nation, tell us about your beach trip. It looked beautiful.
Yeah, so the beach trip was incredible. I kind of went over it in the episode last week because I think I did like halfway through. So it was a very good time. Obviously, I don't see my family much. I see them maybe like 2-3 times a year. So it's always great to see them. And my family's, I want to say like close knit in a sense of like we used to do the big extended family vacations and stuff with the Paynes and everything like that. And they're all great. They're all fantastic. And I'm not about to talk shit on them in any means. But like we are kind of late additions to that family, with my mom joining that family and stuff like that. So we don't know how any dynamic goes. So we are very, just like, hey, there's a lot of drama happening. Definitely not. We should not be getting involved. So anytime that happens, which happens, I mean, every goddamn vacation, so everyone's fighting about who should go cook dinner, where everyone should eat. And we're always just like, we got a reservation down there. We're going to go. Good luck with that. You know what I mean? Like we will just totally dip out and be like, hey, we made reservations. We'll see everyone later. We still love everyone, but catch everyone later. And we just kind of go do our own thing. And it's awesome. You know what I mean? So that
was awesome. That was awesome, dude.
So now our family vacations are more just us. And they might still do like an extended one or something like that, but I don't go to it really, just because I don't have that much time and I'm so far away. But we go to this Captiva Island, which is off the Gulf in Florida and stuff, and we ferry out 30 minutes. And we're by ourselves. There's one bar. There's one restaurant on the island. If you want groceries, you have to get them ferried the next day, and it's just a fucking awesome time. You got this house, pool. I mean, everyone has like private access to a beach because there's only 100 people on the island, and it's just cool. It's cool to be remote, and you still have technology and stuff, which is cool. But it's cool to just be desolate from just the whole public. And family vacations sometimes like, oh, we should go to this beach bar, we should go to this beach restaurant. And if you're in Outer Banks or Myrtle Beach or something, those things are fucking packed. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're not even on vacation. You more get the feeling of you're just in a busy city or something like that. So we go to the one bar on the islands, and it's literally like a beach shack. Like, there's surfer bros everywhere. There's people that literally live on the island all year round and stuff, just having a drink at lunch. You know what I mean? So it's a very cool vibe. And I found out it's a lot cheaper than Outer Banks and stuff like that. So I think it's really cool. We had a fantastic time, just our family. I will say we had my aunt and uncle come down because they live pretty close, and I love them to death. Love them to death. Haven't seen them in years. But it was absolutely excruciating watching television with them because they would not shut the fuck up during that. We're trying to watch Planet of the Apes, and they're like, wait, is that Blue Eyes? Is that Bright Eyes? Wait, which one's Koba? Wait, I thought, what happened to him? And I just want to turn and be like, if you would just shut up and watch, you would know everything. First of all, subtitles are on. Just read it. It was, oh my God, it was crazy. It was crazy. But other than that, they were fantastic.
Which you boys would be proud of me because I've now had to adapt subtitles, so I have to. And I'm just gonna honestly, I'm gonna stand with my point here. I read the entire time. I don't watch the TV. I just read. And again, you understand what's going on better. I will agree with that. I'll give you guys that one. But you just lose the whole beauty of the visuals and like being like, what did he say? What did they say? What happened?
No, it's to a point now. Like, I was never a subtitles guy, but Angie is. I don't even like see them anymore though. But you're like reading them and watching. Tiggy Nation, you know what I'm saying. It's like it's like all a part of the same.
I know what you're saying.
It's all a part of the same thing now.
It's
like,
impossible to watch and read at the same time. You can't do it.
You can.
No, you can't. Whatever, regardless what you want to say, whatever shtick you guys got planned right now, you are reading the whole time.
I'm not shticking. I swear.
You're not looking at half of the screen because you're looking at the corner where the subtitles are at. And if you guys want to gaslight me, do it already.
I don't think you can watch two at the same time. But it's almost like public speaking when you're reading and you're trying to keep eye contact with the audience. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Something like that, where it's like you're reading almost quicker than it's actually being said. And then you kind of glance up for a second and be like, okay, that's the scene. That's the scene. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of switching so fast, you think you're seeing everything.
Yeah, I like it. I mean,
the
defense
rests, Your Honor.
Yeah. I like it, dude. It's cool.
I think they're good. See, like looking back, I'm like, damn.
I think they're good. Yeah, they're great.
Well, watching, I don't know what it is. It's only when I'm on here with you guys. When I hear myself talk, I sound so unintelligent. The way I say it, but like, I wish we watched Peaky Blinders with the subtitles. Looking back, because I didn't know. We just watched it, and I didn't know what anyone was saying for like the first season.
I mean,
the whole first season, I'm just trying to feeling the vibes of the show. I'm not even. I can't even hear what anybody's saying.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you there. Shows like that, I feel like you have to have them on. It is nice because we finished House of the Dragon and we just started watching Game of Thrones, and she's all dialed in, but the subtitles are on, and now I can read. Now I can like actually be like, okay, I've watched this 3 or 4 times. Now I can actually see what they're saying. And there's so much shit. Like season 1 of Game of Thrones, when Jon Arryn dies in like episode 3 or 4, and Ned Stark's looking for the book of what Jon Arryn supposedly was killed about, and he was researching royal families, and he goes that all he kept saying was the seed is strong. And then you think the House of the Dragon that wasn't even actually created or thought of yet, and Rhaenyra's first kids are Strongs. And it's crazy.
Oh shit.
It's crazy because I had to rewind it, and I'm like,
That's
wait,
sick.
What did he just say? And like, then I think about it, and there's so many things they talk about the dragons, and some of the dragons. I told her, I was like, that one's in House of the Dragon. This is one, like, it's cool now rewatching it and reading it. And when I saw that scene, I was like, this shit is so much more deep than I gave it credit for. And like, it's episode 4 of season 1 of Game of Thrones. They say the seed is strong. Now, could that be a coincidence? Yeah. Do I think it's a coincidence? Absolutely not. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and literally in the first season, you find out Jon Snow is a Targaryen when he's at the Night's Watch and he doesn't get burnt on the fire. He grabs with his hand and throws at the white,
Yeah.
and you just
Yeah.
don't even think about that,
They do a very good job, and I mean, I guess that's one credit to George R. R. Martin is how like I mean, then again, the books were out for so long, so it made it a lot of help. But it's very cool how it's all connected, and even like shows down the runway we're seeing. And I agree with Jake. Once you start reading subtitles and you can actually hear and see every word that's being said after you've seen it, and then you're like, wait, that comes like 3 seasons later. That's like they're talking about this. We're going to see that down the line. And it's like when you watch the first time, you just so oblivious. And obviously, you don't know anything that's going to happen. So you don't know actually what's important. So subtitles are fucking sick. A little cheat code.
They're good, as J2 would say.
They are good.
It's just so cool. And like, I think if Chris would listen to this, she would have turned it off by now. So I'm comfortable enough to say this. You don't even realize in season 1, 2 that when they're all together, that's the last time they're all together for a very fucking long time, dude. So I'm so excited for season 2 of House of the Dragon. And I saw one of the X people or whatever tweeted out that episode 1 is 64 minutes long, and the title of episode 1 is A Son for a Son. And dude, I'm like, yeah. So I'm pumped. Shout out all that shit. But Tiki Nation, I do just want to rewind a second. Because you kind of just glazed over how you might have been a part of the greatest TikTok in the history of TikToks since TikTok has ever existed and will exist until it doesn't. Watching you shake your ass in that video was very, very motivating for a guy like myself to just get out there and, just do it for the culture.
Well, thank you. So I've seen that trend on social media a little bit, and I was like, this is cool. And I sent it. My sister is, a dance major at WU, just graduated. And so she's all about like the TikToks and stuff. And my stepsister is, an influencer to some degree. So I was like, I knew they'd be into it. I sent it to my sister, Laura, and I was like, hey, we got to do this at the beach. Like, this would be fucking sick. And I think we did very well. We did probably 30 some takes. So we had some 30 some takes. We had about 3 that actually did looked good. So, I felt really good doing it, but the execution and the first, I forget what it is. It's like the
spin.
The spin's good, but when I do I don't know what it is. It's like I move I literally look like a dancer somehow. I literally
it's
look
beautiful.
Like I know what I'm doing. And
honestly, it makes you look like an ultra TikToker.
I appreciate it. I got a lot of compliments on it. So I was pumped. And it was just super fun. So I think if you want to do something and then you're because listen, if I post that 15 years ago, I'm getting called homosexual slurs all day. You know what I mean? If I would do that. And that's just a fact, a fact across the board. That's what would happen.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be fun, and I just did it, and I got all compliments. No one has said anything negative. So if there's something you want to do, even though you don't think that's what someone of your culture, gender, or stature should do, just go out and do it. And people would probably support you. So I appreciate the love because I think it was sick too. So I appreciate it, Jake.
It's fine.
Hey, Tiggy Nation, you want to hear something funny?
I love things.
When Gaby posted it and I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is freaking awesome. And I went to the comments and I saw someone said, men used to serve our country or something. I almost went in on the dude. And then I was like, oh, that's just Michael. That's just his brother.
Yeah. He said...
Wait, that's so funny, actually.
I literally was typing a response. And then I saw, oh, that's just Michael.
Yeah, and one of the things he was actually seen just like walking in the background too the whole time, and yeah, he made sure he was like the first or second comment and said men used to go to war. And
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, men
I
used to go to war.
that is by far the most liked comment on that post, like absolutely, and it's got posted in our group chat and shit. And I've even said, I'm like, I think the comment's better than the video, honestly, with Michael. But oh, it's funny. That's funny you brought that up. I kind of forgot about it, honestly.
I was super pumped when I saw that video. I was like hyped up about it. So yeah, great job.
Thank you.
But yeah, Jake and the family came down a couple weeks back. We had a really good time.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
It was literally great from start to finish. The only night that sucked is the night that I got the shits for some reason, but we powered through that one. And then other than that, dude, it was such a fun time. I had like your new place is incredible. Seeing the dogs was fun. Like being able for all of us to hang out. Like we all haven't really just been able to chill like that with us a long period of time for a while. And had so much fun with you and Angie the first night. Then the race was incredible. And then literally just getting to chill all week. And then obviously topping it off, going to the Death Star and seeing Kenny Chesney was, dude, take Mercedes-Benz is the coolest stadium I've ever been in my entire life.
I was confused when he said Death Star. I was like, wait, what?
It does look like a spaceship or something crazy from the outside.
Was the concert on Sunday?
Saturday. So we went to the
Chick-fil-A. Nice.
Yeah. Hey, we actually did. In the stadium. I think No. We didn't get it twice. We ate a lot of food. That concert was freaking long.
It was long. Yeah. That somebody had to say it. Somebody had
No,
to
it was. I mean, it was 6 hours. So
it
like
long.
we
For,
got
like, all
in,
the opening acts and everything.
yeah. So yeah,
that's still a long time though.
Mom and Dad wanted to get in when it started. So we got in our seats at 5:00 and we didn't leave till 11 something.
It's true. But dude, in their defense, every place that we tried to stop at was packed. It was literally like, that's the one thing about it. Was cool experiencing big city living. I like doing it every once in a while, but I couldn't imagine for big events like that going out and it taking 40 minutes to get one drink. Like it was. Now I know it was Kenny, it was a big day, I understand, but that's probably pretty normal for games and everything like that. The first two places we went though were fire.
Yeah.
And that was fun. So, but I agree. The concert was so long and like I was having fun singing, dancing, obviously for Kenny, but there were moments starting to get to the end where I was just like, another song. He's playing another song. Like, so it was fun though.
That's awesome. Who opened for him?
So it was Uncle Cracker.
Oh, Marv. Oh, yeah. And then
Zach Brown Band.
Yeah. No way.
But dude, Megan Maroney was fire too.
Yeah, no, she was. She's really good. I just don't know a lot of her songs.
I love
but like
her songs hit so hard.
Dude, like Uncle Cracker, Megan Maroney was great, but I'm just talking like nostalgia. Like Uncle Cracker, Zach Brown Band, leading into Kenny. I enjoyed it. It was long, but I enjoyed it from start to finish. Like Uncle Cracker has so many hits, and you just don't even realize. And Zach Brown Band, I don't know what the hell's going on with him. He's jacked these days. He's absolutely jacked. And he put on a hell of a performance. They sang, oh my gosh. What's the most popular Queen song? Bohemian Rhapsody. Did the whole thing. Yeah. The whole song. Awesome. It was so good. What song was it? They played Knee Deep, which features obviously Jimmy Buffett. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when it was Jimmy Buffett's part, like all the lights went black and they brought up his part of the music video on the screens.
That's sick.
Dude, it was awesome. Zach Brown Band crushed it. And then Kenny's Kenny. I mean, he played all his good songs, in my opinion. I cried a couple times.
Same.
It was nice. We had a really great time.
I will say another shout out to the Stadium Tiggy Nation, and I know this is probably big for a concession stand guy like yourself. You seem to be like I am. It was the setups of them were very nice because out of the sections, and now there were like ones where it was just one wall when you waited in line and walked up, but they were smart enough to have a bar with 4 entryways. So like one here. So there were a lot of people in line, but the lines were flying, and the prices honestly were pretty respectable. I thought, like, for a stadium.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So really good time. We went to this really cool place right up the road from our house called JD's on the Lake. It's just like literally just like a beach bar right on the lake up the road. Had a great time there. We just had a really overall 10 out of 10 time. So it was good. I was glad they got to come.
That's awesome. Now, so JT, you live a little outside of Atlanta. I know you guys kind of talked about big city living in Atlanta and stuff. And my dad actually used to live in Athens, I think, which is kind of close, right? Which is pretty close.
Not too bad.
I think he lived in Athens and then he drove into Atlanta and stuff.
Yeah.
And he literally said, he's like, I haven't been to LA, haven't been to New York. I've been to Pittsburgh many a times, like through work and stuff like that. But he's like, I couldn't imagine anything worse than Atlanta traffic.
Dude, no, it is.
It's crazy.
And I'm not just saying that, like, being that guy, like, oh yeah, where I live, traffic is worst thing in the freaking world. People don't know how to, like, I imagine it's like this in a lot of big cities, but everyone's time is more important, right? That's how everyone navigates. Like, no, it's their turn to go. They're cutting in front of this guy, this, that, and the other thing. There's some parts of Highway 75 that are 8 lanes wide.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it's just the infrastructure of like the roads and stuff is not the greatest. So it's a lot of factors. But I honestly, the biggest factor I play is people don't know how to drive, and people drive like idiots.
The craziest thing about it to me is like we're on interstates that are like 70 miles an hour, and you'll have one lane going fucking 90, and then the one right next to it, the lane's going 55 because they're nervous, and then the one next to you, everybody's going a steady 70, and then you like it's all scattered throughout, and it's just thank God I didn't have to drive is what I'm trying to get at. Like it was crazy. And another thing we forgot to mention, the aquarium was sick, dude. That was one of the coolest things that I've done in a long fucking time. The exhibits they have are incredible. The layout of the walking is incredible. Like, dude, that place rocked.
That's sick. I haven't been to like the zoo or aquarium in a long time. Now JT obviously volunteers there. Jake, what was your favorite animal or mammal there?
Me personally, I was having the most fun going through the the water sections with the fish, and like
Jake Deadass
at the aquarium.
Jake Deadass said his favorite part of the aquarium is the sections that had water.
I mean, but you know what I mean, JT. There's some where it's like
what? Like
more so like land animals.
Where you're okay. Wait. So you like where the land animals are, or where the fish are?
Where the fish are, and like the sharks and like.
Okay, so you like the sharks.
Yeah.
You like Ocean Voyager with the whale sharks, right?
Yeah, that was sick. And then, dude, we went to a dolphin show.
Yeah, that was the first time I went to the dolphin show, and it really blows your mind.
The fact that they can train dolphins to do that, and dolphins are mammals like us, and like They are basically us in a different body. Oh, dude.
Yeah, and I'm a Georgia Aquarium guy till I die. They take really good care of them. It's not like Blackfish SeaWorld where they're abusing them to do these things. Like, they take such good care of the animals there, and you can see the bonds between like a specific diver and a specific dolphin. Like,
it's so cool.
And it was just really incredible to see and beautiful. This is the first time I ever went to the dolphin show, and it blew my mind actually. It's just like a partner, just like a human interaction with another human or like a dog. Like, it's just really crazy. So it was awesome.
That's cool.
Really awesome.
Any other highlights from the trip?
I tried aloe juice. Aloe vera juice. JT got me on aloe vera juice, and it's the greatest juice I've ever had.
I'm a big aloe vera juice, coconut water guy these days. Just really good for hydration. I have a couple highlights too.
Well, hold on real quick. I only have one, and then you can go.
Okay.
The biggest highlight that I had was the JD's on the Lake that JT was talking about is an infamous place that they go in Ozark. Right. It's where they filmed the show Ozark. It was so cool to walk out on the dock and turn around and look at it, because I don't think I've ever been to an open, regular establishment where normal people just go that's in a big show and have visually witnessed something like that before. I think that's, in my 31 young years of age, that is the first time, to my knowledge, that I went and sat at a bar that a big TV show's at, and it's just open like a regular place. It was just really cool. That was probably my biggest off the wall highlight, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and you'd think like a place that is a famous place and a very popular show would be packed all the time, or it'd be hard to get into. You had to make reservations or something. But it's cool because where we live it's a smaller town. Like, the town we live in, Ackworth, it's got like, I think, a smaller population than Wheeling. So it's small. So it's cool that you can go to that place and it's not wall to wall. Can't get a seat. So it's really cool. Super cool place.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys see any movies recently?
Tiggy Nation. Well, yes. I'm behind on everything movie wise. I watched Dune 2.
Nice.
We watched Dune 2 the other night. Freaking loved it, dude.
It's so good.
Timothy Chalamet is freaking awesome. When he took, first off, because I haven't watched Dune 1 in a while, did we just learn in Dune 2 that the water of life is worm blood? Did we just learn that, or did we know that? That blue shit?
I think they explain in the second one. I don't think we know.
Okay, good. Because I was like, oh shit, the water of life is the blood from the baby worms or whatever. That's pretty sick. But once Timothy Chalamet drank it and became like whatever he became, when they drink that shit, and he just became this total badass. And there's this cool TikTok edit where it's Timothy Chalamet and he's like, hello, it starts off of him as Wonka. And he's like, hello, my name is, and then it switches to, Paul Madweeb Atreides, Duke of Arrakis. And it is so badass. He's like standing above the whole big army of people. I thought it was sick. Austin Butler crushed. Yeah. He crushed it. I mean, I was thinking he was actually that crazy person. Like, he reminded me of Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. He just Anyway, it's not important.
Not but a weeb, so I don't know.
What'd you say?
I said I'm not a weeb. I wouldn't know.
So that was sick. I really enjoyed it. I'm excited for the next one. I do wish Timothy Chalamet would have whacked Christopher Walken though, and not let him live. I thought that would have been pretty badass, but really enjoyed it. Really, really, really enjoyed the movie.
But I think it was the smart move to let him live because you keep him alive. I don't know. I feel like he can control him more when he's alive. If he kills him there, like they're not going to be loyal to him. You know what I mean? So
yeah, true.
Yeah, you got to extend got to extend the hand. Even you got to extend the hand when you don't need to get the hand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, I saw a fantastic tweet where it was like Dune 2 and the most like unneeded romance story of all time. And I don't know what they were referring to, but I responded and I was like, if this is about Timmy and Zendaya, I completely agree. They did not need to add that romance at all. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It seemed so weird and so like maybe because the movie moved so quick in still like a 2.5 hour time where they should have had 4 hours. But it's like she's literally making fun of the guy and like not showing him any notice, and then they're fucking. I mean, just kind of out of nowhere.
I'm gonna say it. Some could call that a real life scenario.
Some could
be like, this happens regularly. This also happens on the Rock of Dune or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that could be, but
just throwing it out there. Curveball.
Yeah, could, bro. But I think it is a good. I mean, we're just gonna spoil. I mean, it's on Max now. If you haven't watched it, you're never gonna watch it. So, but I think they needed that to show the tension between him and her. Fair. With now the situation it is now, where he needs to have like a royal-esque wedding for alliance purposes. With who is it? Florence Pugh, right?
So
yeah. I mean, again, I think Jake and I talked about it because Jake had seen it, but like, I'm sorry if we're talking list of female cast members in terms of I think Zendaya's on the bottom half of it in this movie. I maybe I'm an outlier, but I mean we're talking Florence Pugh, we're talking the other blonde girl with Austin Butler. We're talking Rebecca Ferguson.
We're talking missionary.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy is in it for a split second too. And I'm sorry. And it could be because Zendaya is just like so petite and so small, but and I'm like 6'2", over it seems like she's very young. You know what I mean?
Just say it. You want a little meat on the bone. That's fine.
It's not even that. It's just the way she looks so young.
She does look. I agree. She does look young.
It feels uncomfortable. Yeah. But she's like 23, 24. You know what I mean?
No, she's like close to our age.
Yeah, she's she's older.
Yeah. But she says in interviews that she's like, I know I look 16.
Yeah, that's Spider Woman you're talking about.
That's Spider-Man's girl right there. I don't know, but yeah.
I did watch a crazy movie last night though, Tiggy Nation. One that I've been wanting to see. Saw it. It was in the store on Apple. They throw the curveball, rent it for this amount, pay $5 more, and you own it. You always pay the $5 extra to own it.
I agree.
You always do. I watched Civil War last night. I bought Civil War last night. And I'm going to be honest with you. Kind of freaky. The story itself is the movie itself is wonderful. It's a great story about a young girl that wants to become a journalist. And that's what the entire story's about. Kirsten Dunst kills it. The Wagner dude kills it, who plays Pablo Escobar in Narcos. He's fucking awesome. There was a new young actress in it. The story is not the creepy part. The creepy part's what's actually going on in the story about the Civil War that's going and happening. And it is it's kind of crazy because California and Texas are united against the government, and it's the government versus the Western forces of California and Texas. and then chilling down here in the bottom is just the Florida Alliance, and like that's down there, and it's like the cool part about the movie, the one that'll hit home for people that are from the greatest state, one would say, West
District
Virginia.
12.
District 12. They have to travel through West Virginia to get to DC. So a lot of the movie is based in a West Virginia-esque atmosphere. And this is a little spoiler, doesn't ruin anything because it's in the trailer, but the one part that I loved is they go into this one little town in West Virginia and it's just operating like normal. And they're like freaking out, and they're like, they walk into this store and they're like, don't you realize like a civil war is going on? And they're just like, yeah, we're just trying to stay out of it and live our lives. And it's like, yeah, that's exactly what we would do. Truthfully, I feel like that's how here would be. Like, obviously people would be like, I want there, but like, I feel like at least in the epicenter, it would be big chillin'. But Jesse Lemons or Plemons or whatever.
Jesse Plemons.
His scene, he plays like an extreme white USA extremist guy, and I mean, he played it well.
He's a great actor, very underrated actor. Jesse Plemons is.
Yeah,
he's a good like, I don't know what the word would be, like secondary character, or just like,
oh yeah,
I forget what it's called, something actor, like it's not niche actor.
Sixth man.
Sixth man's a good
like
word.
like Johnny Drama.
Johnny Drama, like Rob Riggle.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I forget what it's called. And like every time they're on the KFC podcast, they're like, you're a fantastic. I forget what it's something actor, but like he's a fantastic one where any movie he's in, he kind of plays like the same character, but he's so good at like just the random character. He's like the brother of the bride or something. You know what I mean? Like some sort of aspect of that. And he fucking kills it. Like him and what was it? Game Night.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just thought of.
Fantastic. So
yeah,
when you said Civil War, I had to think, and I'm like, wait, it's on Disney Plus. What are you talking about?
That's what I immediately thought too.
Yeah, that's Captain America. You don't have that owned yet?
But dude, he's crazy. He's like, where are you from? And they're like, we're Americans. And he's like, right, but where are you from? And like, then he starts going back and forth, and the one girl's like, I'm from so-and-so. And he's like, right. He's like, you guys are fucked up, but that's America. And like names the other, and then he just starts whacking people. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's in the new Leo movie, right? With the Native Americans. I think he plays a cop in that, and dude, it's like
that movie's really good too. Fuck. Yeah. Killers of the Flower Moon. That's an incredible movie. Movie.
Speaking of incredible movies, I had a little movie marathon the past week or two.
Get it?
I saw Planet of the Apes. Fantastic. The Kingdom of the Apes. Very good. I don't know if we talked about it here. Maybe I talked about it with JT before I left. But Kingdom, fantastic. I wish it was longer. I really wish it was longer.
Oh, that's awesome.
He kind of sped through it. But I mentioned it on the solo pod. The guy who plays Caesar, Andy Serkis, he plays Gollum. He plays the bad guy in Black Panther. Like, he is incredible as Caesar. But the guys who are playing the new apes in the new movie, and all the mannerisms are so good. Like, the way they play the apes is so incredible. And oh man, I mean, this is something, and this is so collectively on the internet, everyone's for is the apes. You know what I mean? And everyone loves it. And I mean, this is one that could go on forever. They could always keep making stuff. And it's almost Star Wars-esque because they came out with the older ones.
Yeah.
The older ones are with Cornelius.
Yeah.
And that's Caesar's youngest son in, war. And he gets born in Dawn.
That's crazy.
This is after Cornelius's time. Cornelius is not in the new series.
Yeah.
So this is post now, like the 70s movies.
Well, they said I did read. They said that the plan's to make 9 of them, and they're counting this one as the 4th. So it's good to hear that they're not like, it's good to hear you say that, and that it's not like a Fast and Furious thing where they take the after credits of all the old movies and throw it together to make one. It's good to hear.
And yeah, and then there's also a movie which I really was not familiar with. There is one that was like 2002 made with Mark Wahlberg in it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that one.
Jake, have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
No, but apparently the Mark Wahlberg people are like, it's not a part of the Caesar trilogy at all. It's kind of off. It's kind of off on its own. But now they're saying with this new one coming out that the Mark Wahlberg one is going to play a part in the series.
Oh,
Like,
I love it.
so it might be like a Tokyo Drift-esque where like, you know, maybe it'll come back into play. We might see Marky Mark in this fucking series at some point, you know, which could be crazy.
Could be
that
crazy.
would be awesome.
So unless you've seen the Marky Mark one and like maybe he dies in that movie and then, you know, we're just talking out of our ass. So who knows? But
Multiverse.
Yeah.
But what else? What else?
So I saw that. I also saw Furiosa. And Furiosa was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have seen Mad Max, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Mad Max, I completely agree. And a lot of critics love the movie. And they always have it up there with, you know, a cinematic masterpiece, the art, the music, the sound, everything about it is like so raw and so gritty, but it's somehow put together very well. And you're kind of catch along with what the plot is, you know, Furious is breaking out these wives and stuff. But they're talking about places. They're going to Gastown. They're going to this. They're going to that. And you're like, what the fuck? You get thrown in the middle of everything in the first one. And then, you know, Mad Max is whatever. Tom Hardy. And, you know, Tom Hardy by itself can't really speak that well. So it's hard. He plays that character perfectly. You know, he's just a brute guy that can barely talk. So perfect role.
Holy shit, Sean's it, Tom.
Yeah, and I mean, am I wrong? We've all seen Peaky Blinders. We've seen that. We've seen Warrior. Like, he doesn't have a lot of speaking roles. Venom. Like, he doesn't talk a lot in his movies, and there's a reason why. You know. So
hey, is what it is.
But then in that first movie, he's having like visions. He's like, Max, you gotta save me, and stuff, and that's kind of hitting him throughout. So I think eventually we'll see maybe more of that. Maybe Tom Hardy comes back, honestly. But the Furiosa movie is, you know, the start of Furiosa. She is not from there. And in the first Mad Max, Furiosa is trying to take these women to where she's from. At the start of Furiosa, we find out where she's from and what happens to her. And kind of just the start of Furiosa and the actors that play in this. Helmsworth's amazing. Everyone in it, and you'll see more and more famous people, even the same emperor ruler guy is in it from the first one. Like, it's crazy how it's all connecting, and the way how it ends. Like, I was like fist bumping up in the air what was happening. I'm like, this is so good. It got a 7-minute encore at the Con or Cannes or whatever it's freaking called. I was standing up for 8 minutes at my theater. I was jazzed up. I was like, this is so good. I know we have a huge year for movies and TV and stuff, but this is great. I'm sure it'll be up there for like sounds and art for sure. Anya Taylor-Joy was amazing. And it's crazy. And I think it may be the height thing because she is so tall, but she's so tall and so thin. But for some reason, when she's dressed up like that, she looks very badass. And I'm like, this was a very good casting to play the predecessor for Charlize Theron. And yeah, I think she did phenomenal. I think she should feel not grateful, but she should feel so proud. Like, she should be so proud of herself for playing that well to play up to Charlize Theron.
Hell yeah.
Because Charlize Theron is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And Taylor-Joy is too.
Oh yeah. I love that.
No, that's awesome. That movie looks good. I'm excited to watch that too whenever I get to watch it. I'm glad you had a great time with it.
Oh, dude. I watched Tires.
Oh, I was about to say that.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it doesn't matter. No, I was just gonna say I watched Tires.
Dude.
That's what I was gonna say. Shane Gillis is so freaking funny, dude. Like, honestly, I think he's the funniest guy right now. I think he's the funniest comedian. The way he's funny in just conversation, not saying an actual joke. It's just the way he acts. Like, just the shit he says. It's just,
And
I thought it was so good.
I know some people won't like it. Some people don't like that kind of comedy, but I honestly, at least from my personal experiences in life, I honestly think that's how people act, and I really think that's how people live their normal lives here. And that's why I thought it was so funny. I thought the show was hysterical. All the actors, the girl that plays Kyla, which I think her name in real life is Kyla, she is fucking hysterical too.
But the manager guy, like the main character, dude, is so funny. Just the way that he is, just a big nerd, nice guy who tries to make everything better, but just fucks everything up all the time.
Up. And then Schultzy,
yeah.
He's like, "Would you fuck my cousin?" And he's
like,
"Well, I don't."
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
And Stavros.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Dude, the show is incredible.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It looks really good. It reminds me of. I mean, I don't think I've seen a lot of Shane Gillis' stuff. I mean, I know he was controversial and canceled, and now he's back. But I haven't really watched a lot of his stuff except for the one clip where he's pointing the gun, and then in his mouth, and then at people, and that's might be the best meme to describe. Yeah, a lot of scenarios, and but he reminds me, and I've just seen the clips. He reminds me of Danny McBride in Kenny Powers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just kind of how he acts. But I think it's fucking hysterical when I see all the clips.
And dude, what's so funny, Tig, is I have a good gut feeling that the character that Shane plays in that show is how he is in real life. I think that is actually Shane, because I was listening to Tony Hinchcliffe on Two Bears yesterday. Absolutely obliterated Tom and Bert, rightfully so. They mailed it in for that Tom Brady roast. They were so bad, and I love that Tony let him have it. He even said, he's like, yeah, me and Shane are like buds. He's like, we'll go, we just drink. He's like, Shane has to get to his 15th beer before he gets googly eyed, and I'm on my 7th whiskey and Coke. And he's like, we just did a thing for billionaires in Texas and everything like that. I really honestly think the Shane and obviously it's exaggerated a little bit, but I have a hunch that that's actually how he acts in real life.
That's funny. Well, I'm excited to watch it. I also thought it was cool Francis from Barstool was promoting it, and then I was in it. I was like, wait, is this guy in the fucking show?
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah,
he's funny. He played he was just your typical douche friend that moves away, and you just gotta watch it. The only thing that I thought that shocked me was there was this isn't a spoiler. I don't think really it is. Doesn't ruin anything on the show, but there's a big buildup of what's the main guy's name, Jake? What the main guy of the show?
I'm blank.
Will?
What the hell is his name?
Will.
Yeah, Will. The big buildup of Will's dad. Of who was Will's dad. And I'm like, It's about to be like Bert Kreischer or somebody. But it was just a random actor.
I agree with that.
I thought Will's dad was going to be this very famous comedian or something, but it just was some random actor, which was fine. It didn't take away anything from the show at all, but I just thought that was going to happen.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I would actually, that's 100% spot on. There was a massive buildup for the dad, and the whole time I'm sitting there being like, who the fuck is playing the dad?
Me
because Tiggy, the lineup they got in there, a lot of those guys are comedians. A lot of them have been in the game and are good comedians, but haven't got the big recognition. So the fact that Schultz is in it and Stavi's in it, and then these other guys, there was that feeling of dude, is this about to be like Tom?
Yeah,
like-
like I was
like
like,
you
it's
said,
about to be his dad's about to be Joe Rogan.
I do
Something.
like the build-up's crazy, so I
Yeah.
agree.
But it was a
That's cool.
super cool show, Tiggy Nation. I think you could binge it. It's
Quick
really
watch.
very, very quick watch. Really good
I'll-
though. They're doing a season 2, so
Yeah,
Okay.
you can probably honestly watch all 6 of them in under 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it
Yeah.
a rip. I do got to start watching House of the Dragon. Something I think you guys should watch is a movie I saw last year, but it just came out on Prime. The Boys in the Boat.
okay.
Okay, I did see
It
that. On there.
it sounds good. What is it? I
So
like
the
the
boy-
name.
So The Boys in the Boat, it's a real life story. It's about, I believe it's Washington, the University of Washington's crew team, rowing boats and shit.
Right.
And it has, I forget, I have to look up the main actor. I have to look it up. It's Callum Turner. It's Callum Turner, who he's, what was he in? His IMDb is not loading. Oh my gosh. Callum Turner's been in so much stuff recently. It's killing me.
Obviously not, dude.
Dude, hold on. Give me a second. Okay.
Obviously nerd.
He was in Masters of the Air. He was in Secrets of Dumbledore. He was in Grindelwald. He's
He's
the
Dumbledore.
one guy. No, he's not Dumbledore. He's
Oh.
like the Newt. He's Newt. He's Newt in it.
The main
he's in
guy?
all the Fantastic Beasts. Yeah. He's that.
He played Christopher. He played Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. He played that. So he's got such a baby face for being like a main character. You know what I mean? So
he's kind of pervert looking.
he's got. So I will say, I think he looks very similar to like a Benedict Cumberbatch. You know what I mean?
He kind of looks like a lesbian.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we want
Like
to
a
get sexual orientation in here. but
That wasn't anything bad. No, but yeah, I feel it.
Joel Edgerton is also in it. He plays
Joel.
He plays the coach.
Good actor.
And the whole, I mean, just all the group of the crew members and stuff is sick. And it's about like a real life story, how they're trying to get to the Olympics and stuff. And the reasons why Callum joins the team is completely separate. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like it's a good, like,
Good
come
watch.
from, yeah, a good, feel good, come from behind story, underdog story that is actually a true story. And it involves the Olympics with, when it was being held in Germany during World War II, so we have Adolf Hitler in it and stuff like that.
Is he on meth in it?
Who's to say? But that's also the same one with Jesse Owens. You know what I mean? Where he went like dominant and stuff.
Dude.
And he makes a little cameo in it and stuff. Well, obviously not the real Jesse Owens, but someone who plays Jesse Owens.
That's the craziest real life story that you would have never known growing up, is that Hitler was a meth head. And like when they show those videos,
I thought you were gonna say Jesse Owens went to Ohio State. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
No, when they show those real life clips of Hitler there, like that dude is jacked. Like that's a part that's crazy, that a guy like that was just like, you guys are gonna fucking do what I tell you to do, and they were all just like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And it's crazy how much effect like Hitler had on the world, and the Olympics was there, and he was like trying to rig it for his teams and shit, and it's like,
only we can do that.
Insane. It should be only we can do that. And it also happened in, I don't know if you guys saw Iron Claw.
It's on my list.
I still gotta watch that.
It's on my list to watch.
It's a great watch. Don't watch it if you're doing anything social today, because it's
tough.
It's a dreary watch. I mean,
man,
it's a very sad story. It's a very true story about like old time wrestling, and my dad was very big into old time wrestling, and so I've seen like shows and stuff with them, and they always end horrifically. So, it's kind of crazy, this story, because every time you think something might go right, it doesn't. And one of the sons didn't even wrestle. He was actually a discus thrower, was going to the Olympics, and spoiler alert, US ends up not sending people to the Olympics that year, because I think maybe it was like this, like right before World War II was shaping up, or maybe right after, or something like that. but there was a reason why, or maybe no. It was during the Cold War. That's what it was. It was during the Cold War, and maybe it was close to Russia or something like that. And we, our president said we're not sending any athletes, and I mean he was working his whole life for that, and so yeah. But it's kind of crazy how real life effects affect athletes and stuff like that. And another great watch is Iron Claw. So I've been crushing movies. Like
You're crushing it
great
right
movies.
now.
So
You're crushing it.
I've been crushing doing nothing with my actual life and just watching movies.
I love that shit. I love
Movies
that.
are great. Love good movie. Yeah. Real quick, Tiggy Nation, you probably know. You know who Queso is?
Queso, Kueso, like
No,
cheese?
like Case O. He's a streamer. Anyway, so you know Sketch.
Yeah, brother.
Yes, brother.
So
Yes, brother, I
Sketch,
do.
and then what's that other one's name? Jinxie.
Jinxie. Yeah.
Energy, yeah.
Well, anyway, I don't follow them or anything, but a few weeks back, they were all playing Minecraft together, and I just had to send you the video. It's, I guess, Queso like went in a cave to like mine shit, and he went on like a journey. You know how Minecraft is, like when you go in these caves, and I guess Sketch and Jinx were supposed to like do all of this shit, right? And Queso comes back after his long journey, and they're just like building a bridge out of cobblestone that essentially doing nothing. And Queso like flips out, and it is hysterical. Someone took that interaction and animated it into them actually being Minecraft characters.
Oh, that's great.
It's great.
Dude, I'm telling you. Oh yeah, I sent it to the group yesterday. Literally one of the funniest videos I've watched in I don't know how long. I laughed so long. So hard, I can't wait to send it to you.
Sketch is just like gonna be 4 lanes, brother.
Yeah. 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 And like Sketch is like, oh, okay, so you go in this cave yet? Behind our bridge? And Case is like, yeah, Sketch, I did. And guess what's in there? Absolutely nothing. And it is the funniest video.
He's like, you guys have just been out here building a bridge, and then Sketch is just said, he's like a 3-lane bridge, and then Sketch is just like, it's gonna be 4 lanes, brother.
Dude, Sketch is so good with the quick wit.
Sketch
and
is
his humor. Oh.
Sketch is, in my opinion, the GOAT right now of YouTubers that I watch and streamers. Like I know people like Kai Cenat, like I Show Speed, like those guys are awesome too. But for me, nothing makes me belly laugh harder than watching Sketch interact with anything. And I genuinely mean anything. Like when he does the streams with Steve will do it and the Hawk Girls are around and like he just makes zingers and he's just like, and like it's so great.
It's so good. It's so good. I love it when I think he went golfing. I forget I don't know if it was with Jinxie or whatever, but he went golfing, or it may have been like the good guys. Like he went golfing with very famous people, and they're like looking for his ball, and he just drops the ball out of his ball. He's like, "Oh, found it, brother!" It's like, and he's like he's actively cheating in golf right in front of it, and no one actually sees except for the cameraman. Like it's just so perfect the whole time.
I love him.
Well, boys, you guys got anything else?
Honestly, I think brother is a good place to.
Yeah, I agree.
Brother's
Nation,
good.
I'm gonna send you this video right when we get off.
You send me that video. I'm running very hard. I got a half marathon this weekend. I'm gonna run hard for you, JT, because you have an even more special day this week, and I love you. And thank you for thinking of me and inviting me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I love you, Tiggy Nation. I know you're gonna crush your race. I know you're gonna come in first, just because that's one of the things, Jake, that Tiggy Nation does. He just comes in first, you know. So
I was just wondering if I should have left the room right there. That was very.
That was really
heartfelt.
nice. That was really nice, Tiggy Nation. Love you,
nice.
miss you. But yeah, it's gonna be a great time. We're all gonna have. We're all gonna have a great weekend. Thanks you guys. Thanks for hopping back in line with us. I know it's been a while. We missed you very much. We missed you very much, brother.
Ultra podcast, brother.
It's going to be great. And we will be back again next week. And yeah, we'll miss you. Bye bye.